Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name is Nick, and today guys we're going to be jumping down into the charts for Vechain, see what's been going on most recently and what I would expect to happen next. As I get into this video, if you find it useful and informative, hit the like button. I really do appreciate that. If you happen to be new to the channel, then why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all notifications, and in doing so you will be kept up to date with everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. If you have not yet joined us in Discord, links in the description down below. It's a fantastic community talking crypto 24/7. It's completely free, and I don't think you'll be disappointed by what you find down there, so why not go ahead and check it out. And if you're looking for a little bit more from the crypto space, everything from bear market strategies, project reviews, and trading, why not check out the Patreon services as well in the description below. Okay guys, let's get into this, right? Vechain paired up with USDT on the hourly chart. Binance is the data source. Now obviously yesterday, clearly I did a bad job at communicating what my expectations were. I was not saying that 1.8 cent was going to happen instantaneously. Everything has to bounce around. Profits and reliefs have to kind of be seen here. So essentially we are going to probably, in my opinion, move down to 1.8 cent, but this here of what is kind of an expected fourth wave bounce. I was talking about this with Bitcoin, and Vechain is following Bitcoin. So yeah, we're going to see this through, then we're going to pull down, and I would expect 1.8 cent. So I just wanted to clear that up right now. I think there was some confusion over why we've moved up rather than moving down. These are the expectations. Okay, so let's just talk about, what's going on this hourly chart, the here and the now. So I try not to confuse people, and then I'll start talking a little bit more about the future moves that are going on. Okay, so here we can see that we are pulled down. We pulled down quite well. And if we take a look at this from a percentage point of view, we can go ahead and just grab hold of that high there and pull it all the way down to this low. We dropped down 56%. You can't just move 56% down without bouncing. This is what we are witnessing right now. Okay, so we're moving back up here. This is an A, B, and C at the moment. I'm expecting some kind of pullback down. We take a look at the stochastic RSI here on the hourly. We know that this is going to have to come down. Okay, it's possible that we can go up a little bit further higher before we pull back, but it's pretty much ready to kind of come down. Take a look at the 4 hourly, it's there. The 8 hourly has a little bit more room to grow, and that's the key thing that's going on here in my opinion. So if we zoom right in on this and we just make this a little bit bigger so we can really see it, right? Just get rid of the stochastic RSI there for a second. So this pullback here is an interesting one. If we just measure that high and that low, move that over, we just want to do some sense checks here. We've just gone up higher than the 1-to-1, but we're lower than the 1.236. It's possible that we just hit that 3.459 range before we pull back down. That's possible. Okay, just keep an eye on that. But essentially what I'm thinking here is that this is a giant A wave going up, then we move down with a B, and then we move up with a C. Okay, so there's a little bit more to go. Now on this, if we were to assume a 50% retracement, okay, which I think is the likely one that we're going to see, we can see that this is also an area that was previous resistance right in here that turned to support, and then we moved on up. So this is an area that we might revisit. This is basically 2.8, okay, and this would correct our hourly stochastic RSI right around this point just here. So I'm going to mark this up. I'm just going to drop that right on there, 2.858. Exactly there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete that off, right? And if that's our high point, we can then be okay, well, what is a 1-to-1 ratio? You can normally, if you have a 50% retracement, you would expect a 1-to-1 ratio, i.e. 100% move up after a 50% pullback down. If I pop that there, and this would then actually tell us that we're probably going to go up into that higher range of about 4 cent, right up there, about 4.052. I will mark that right there with another note, just up here, 5.2. Okay, so if I now zoom on out and we bring that back into play, you can kind of see this is the bounce that we're looking for to the upside. Okay, this will be Bitcoin also probably moving up a little bit higher than my original expectations, because I think it's a fourth wave on Bitcoin that's actually a little bit more complex. So I think, yeah, we'll probably see Bitcoin move up to maybe 33, maybe a little bit more, we'll have to see, and then pull back down, and it will pull down to about the $22,000 range, I think. Okay, and in doing that, that's where you see this 1.8 afterwards. Okay, so this is a relief bounce moving on up, and the whole entire thing would be, if I mark this up, a giant A down, B up, C down. And if I'm right in my thinking here, this should then also get us a 1-to-1 ratio. Let's just see where does it land? It lands at 1.777. So very, very close to the 1.8 that we were talking about yesterday. Okay, so it's possible that we push up so slightly higher there to make that work. We'll have to see how that plays out, but we are talking about this real slight sliver right in here, 1.873 to 1.777. Okay, so that's kind of what we're looking at, right? And it's a slightly longer term play. It wouldn't be quicker, it wouldn't be quick or anything like that. We're looking for this bounce up. We're then looking for this retracement to come on down. So far, Vechain has pumped up a little bit here. Really hard to kind of get these bounces accurate yet. You don't necessarily know when they're going to go, but we've jumped up 41%. For me right now, I would be looking at 2.8 as potential short-term trading opportunities and stuff like that, and all of that kind of good stuff. So just keep an eye out on these things. I think there's some volatility that we should expect during the course of today, across the weekend, and then Monday, bam, I do expect us to pull back down very, very significantly. I would not be believing that this is the bottom in and that we're moving on out. That is nonsense. I think we've got a little way to go just yet. Okay, and again, as I bring that stochastic RSI back into play, this move going up higher is going to put our 8-hourly stochastic RSI into the overbought area, lining up everything for the collapse coming down towards that 1.8 to 1.77 range. Okay, so that's kind of what we're looking for. That's kind of what we're expecting here when it comes to Vechain. Now, on this daily chart, if I bring that up, you can see that macro there just coming in, ABC, ABC, ABC. This is a slight overextension, because if we do the same exercise, right, we take that point there up to the all-time high, we move this over to here, you can see that this low point is actually just taking us down to that 1.382, right? It's a slight overextension on that C wave, because if we actually were to articulate this as a giant A, B, C like that, that's the entire correction done. In the same way that if I zoom out, we have this A, B, C moving on up from the lows of 2020 to the highs of 2021. This correction here is a continuation pattern, okay? And this continuation pattern is absolutely key, okay, to understanding what this actually means, right? It's trading sideways but slightly declining, right? We've kind of gone down from the highs, we've rallied up, then we've moved back down again. It's not a straight drop, it's not a sharp drop or anything like that. It is obviously very, very deep from all-time high though. We can acknowledge that we are tracking at the low points of 91% retracement, so very, very significant. Essentially though, what I'm thinking here, what I think is actually likely to go on, is that this all might just be a much bigger play where we have if I grab that, A coming up, B coming down, C going up again. Okay, now that's kind of what I'm hoping for. That's kind of what I'm looking for on a much bigger macro scale over the next several months. Okay, so right now, when we talk about 91% retracements, 91% retracements are, you know, real bear market low points. Okay, historically, Vechain hasn't really retraced more than 95%. So you're right in that sweet spot. If you're going to be doing dollar cost averaging, you're going to be doing it right down at these low points, right? So if you go to 1.8, and I'm right in my thinking that we do go down to 1.8, or anything lower than anything lower, let me actually just show you what my mind, right? If we were anything lower than 5.6, to me is great dollar cost averaging opportunities. The fact that we are significantly lower than that right now, we're at 88% retracement, is fantastic at 3.2. If we just come down to, again, like the 2.2 range or the 2.3 range, these are significant discounts on the previous all-time high and fantastic dollar cost averaging opportunities. If we are to truly kind of maximize the bottoms, then we will be looking for 1.8, 1.77. That is going to be your 93% retracement, and I don't expect us to really go down too much lower than that, but it is possible that maybe we come down to the 1.3 cent ranges, but I do not expect those to come in. If they do, however, those are absolutely fantastic opportunities to dollar cost average, in my opinion. So guys, I'm going to leave the video there. I'm not going to ramble on any longer. Obviously, it's important that you know that I'm not a financial advisor. I cannot give you financial advice. What I can do, however, is tell you what my opinions are on the charts and the data as I see it. If you found this useful and informative, hit the like button. I really do appreciate that. If you happen to be new to the channel, then why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all notifications, and in doing so, you will be kept up to date with everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. With all that said, done, out of the way, I hope everyone has a fantastic day, and I'll catch you all in the next one.